Hey everybody, it's Mergle, and today in this one I wanted to just clarify a little more what my problem with the allied races, right? And it's not just the Nightborn, okay? In the video I made yesterday, I was mostly being satirical, but a lot of people, I was laughing throughout the whole thing, okay? I really wasn't upset, I just thought it was funny how they handled the situation. That's why I was mocking it, okay? It wasn't that I was mad. A lot of people got the impression that I was mad because Nightborn weren't joining the Alliance. I really don't even care. I don't want to play a Nightborn. I was mad the way they handled it because the reason being, alright, is by saying that, right, going with that path, despite the story of Legion basically playing you out, your character right here, this is you, okay, you see, looking back and forth, that's me, right? I'm the champion of the Alliance, okay? I'm a very important character lore wise. I do all these amazing feats for my faction. I'm such a great hero, and the same can go for any Horde character. Without my help, Thalyssra would be a dead, withered husk right now, okay? She wouldn't even have made it as far as she did. Saved her life, gave her everything, made sure she stay alive, fed her a mana addiction, just to make sure she made it through until we were able to cure her. So much so, right? So much so that she gave me her personal mount, right? Arcanist Mana Saber. There you go. First Arcanist saw to it the adventurer who helped her liberate Suramar were rewarded with prize mounts from the royal stable. So much that I even got a personal mount from Miss Thalyssra. Like, she was so generous. So, lore-wise, I did a lot for Thalyssra. Even if one alliance leader is kind of a douche, okay? She wasn't very polite to her, but let's face it, right? You know, Tyrande isn't very polite to a lot of people. Even in Illidan's final words, she didn't have much nice to say about Illidan. I mean, rightfully so. You know, Illidan has a shaky past, but it was really the last time she was ever really going to have anything to say about him, and it could have been a little more sympathetic. But that's just how Night Elves are. Alright? So, my point is, despite being this chief hero that helps Thalyssra, my impact on the game is nothing. I have no impact whatsoever. It doesn't matter what I did. It's all based on what Tyrande says. Okay? The same can be said for the Horde. It's not an alliance bias. The same exact thing can be said for the Horde. You should be upset that Lightforged Draenei aren't allowed to be a Horde faction, because Velen reaches out to you and says, please, come, get on the Vindicar. I need your help. We want you as part of the Army of the Light. You get to get exalted with the Army of the Light. You besties, okay? You go out, you defeat Argus, you raid Antor's together, and eventually Sargeras is defeated completely, right? All because of your Horde character. Yet that means absolutely nothing. The Army of the Light has been facing the demons for all this time, right? And you come out and you basically help them finish the job. And then they side with the Alliance. Based on the decision of this guy up here, right? It's mostly from Tyrallion, okay? Who, by Draenei, you know, he's very young, okay? By standards of probably one of these paladins, okay? Because Tyrallion is still nothing but a human, alright? He is living an extended life because he's part of the Army of the Light. I'm sure his life was unnaturally extended, but he is still just a human. Draenei, for example, I think Velen is estimated at like 60,000 years old, roughly. So I think Tyrallion's lived at least 1,000 years or something. He's pretty old, but he's basically the boy king of the Army of the Light, I guess, right? That's how they mock Anduin for his young age, but Tyrallion is basically the same age by comparison to any of these other Draenei, because most of the Draenei race is at least 25,000 years old. That's my point. Right there. It's just all these things. I wish allied races were neutral. More or less that you could choose which side, because at the end of it, it just means you have no impact whatsoever on the game at all. Your character can do all these fascinating things, and yet you literally mean nothing to anyone at the end of the day. That's it. That's really it. Even if you do all these amazing things for them, you're just a zero. No hero. So that was my point. That's why I mocked the Nightborns thing. Don't worry, I would have had plenty of other things to mock about the other ones as well, I'm sure, but I guess, I upset a lot of people, and that wasn't the intention of it. I was just trying to have fun with it. But anyways, this is why I dislike the allied races. I also really don't care much for the Battle for Azeroth idea, right? That we're going to war with each other. I get they gotta do something, but it sucks being omnipotent about the game, right? We obviously know the whole point of it is because of the void, right? And all the things that are happening afterwards. But, the characters don't know that. So it sucks being omnipotent. That's really the main thing. It's like reading a book, and you know what's going to happen, but that character in the book doesn't. So you're mad even though it happens to the character. It's kind of like that. Anyways, thank you for watching. Let me know what you think down below. I know, I didn't mean to upset anybody. I really didn't, but a lot of people seem to get mad about my mocking of the Nightborn thing. So let me know down below what you really think, right? Are you okay with your character having no impact on the game at all? Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoy, and I will see you all again real soon. Bye-bye.